Hoyoverse cannot stop announcing things. You know what that means? I have to cover it. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be covering the 4.3 drip marketing, and that makes me very excited because not only is it my most anticipated character ever since the release of Fontaine being Navia, but also someone who I did not expect at all, and a little something extra for 4.2. But yeah, let's dive right in. I'm gonna read it so you don't have to, but first, come on now, I gotta talk about this, y'all. It is Navia. Oh my goodness. Navia definitely captured a lot of people's hearts, and not like the weird way, just like the general way. Like, she was such an interesting character, and the second part of the story of the 4.0 story quest, sorry, Archon quest, really focused on her and her mission to keep Spina de Rosula and her justice alive, and that was awesome. And oh my goodness, I mean, come on, my favorite color is yellow. How do I argue with this, guys? Come on. And it's Geo. And like, okay, she's a Claymore also, which is like a little smudge, but like we'll talk about that later. But anyway, yeah, we've seen her design. There's really not much else to say. But look at the pose, look at the umbrella. She is slaying. Oh my goodness. But anyway, let's move on to the actual description. If my mouse would go, there we go. Here, there's the full art. There you can see it. But you'll be able to see it right here. So I'm gonna start reading here. And this is actually by Cloran, so I got to lower my voice. When we were young, we used to play a kind of tabletop game where she would be the adventurer and the host. Playing the things by ear has always come natural to me. But all the same, I was often stumped by her decisions and riposts she came out with. But then again, that's what makes it so interesting. From Cloran. Of course, we all know her as Navia, helm of the Radiant Rose, president, leader, boss, commander-in-chief of Spina de Rosula, Geovision, I think we all noticed that, and the Rosa Multiflora. So I don't think that's something I would personally know. But oh my goodness, yes, that's right, Unreal. She is styling, she's fire, let's go. Yeah, no, okay, so for starters, NACL, thanks Genshin. Which is, people, I think we knew Clarend was gonna come out at some point, but it looks like we have someone adjacent, but that is neither here nor there. Let's move on to the actual little story description. I might need to zoom in a little bit into this one. I'm having a bit of a hard time reading it, but I'm gonna go a little slower. So, judging from her appearance, there is no doubt that Navi is the very picture of a Fontainian lady. She likes to accoutre herself in ornate dresses, fine hats, and carries her ribboned umbrella encrusted with jewels. Thus bedecked, she sits around the street and the courts of Fontaine, the slopes of Mount Onomokik, I don't know, I'm stuck on that one, as well as the lesser-known spots along the Fleuve Kinder. She's never been hindered by her long flowing dress, nor her deceptively heavy umbrella. What do you mean, bro? Do you mean she whacks people with it? Is her Claymore gonna be an umbrella? That'd be fire, dude. No, actually, like, please, like, let that be a thing, game. But anyway, back onto it. Spry as a sparrow, as she is the bearer of glad tidings in the Spina de Rosula for those in need. Perhaps this is why Navia has become one of the famous reporter Charlotte's favorite subjects. At the expedition hall of the Steambird, there even hangs a photo connected to her called the Soaring Yellow Rose. But there's no need to worry, for it goes without saying that the photo subject not only what the heck, only consented to its showing, but also gave her an enthusiastic support. Right, yeah, no idea what happened there. But, this is, a pretty adequate description of Navia. Nothing really here is too new and revealed. But overall, I mean, she's just an awesome character. I think the biggest reveal of anything is the fact that her umbrella is used to whack people. So that's pretty hype. I was really hoping they'd make it part of her thing because, she used it in the original trailer, and I'm like, oh, that's super cool, but like, they don't do those things typically. I mean, we have a sentient umbrella as a weapon, so I don't see why not. But anyway, yeah, that is Navia. I know I'm not really saying much about her. She's hype, man. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I think playing the game is enough to kind of tell you that this character is pretty awesome, and she's definitely one of my favorite designs. And she's Geo, and I really hope she's good, which I'll talk about that later in another video. But oh man, it's Claymore Geo, not a great combination, especially when you have competition. But anyway, let's move on to the next character, which I don't think anybody expected this. I even highlighted the name because I can't spell it. Captain. Oh god, I can't pronounce it. Captain Chevreuse. You know what? No, we're searching this up. Okay, no more of that. Chevreuse. Google Translate. Okay.
Chevreuse. Chevreuse.
Chevreuse.
Chevreuse.
What?
Chevreuse.
Chevreuse. Okay, sure.
Chevreuse.
I'll do Chevreuse. Okay, I'll stick with that. Can we agree to that, guys? can we agree to that? Chevreuse it will be. Okay, so here she is, Chevreuse, and like wow, like okay, I don't think anybody expected this patch because you know, I don't know, it's just like it didn't feel like maybe people were like expecting like Clorand or like you know someone else who's already been pretty impactful in the quest, right? But I mean, technically we're getting Clorand because I mean, really, purple hair, a gun, what's the difference? I'm just kidding. Chevreuse is a design I actually kind of like a lot. I do think just kind of Genshin character getting a little weird up here, but otherwise, I mean, look at this. She looks awesome. She's got like this sort of like crazy like Steve like high fantasy design, you know, as you do. It's kind of reminding me of Xenoblade, and that's why I think I like it in general. And also just the rifle, sheesh. I really hope she uses it in her kit, because if she doesn't, that's gonna make me sad. But anyway, yeah, this is Chevreuse, and I think we'll just move on to her actual character story now. So, oh my god. Oh my god. Or actually, I think did I miss something? Let me check. I did miss something. Yeah, okay. We have to do this first. So, Captain Chevreuse, once again, I implore you, we must tighten up special security and surveillance patrol entry requirements right now. We amongst our members, petty crooks who have burglared all over the court of Fontaine, street fighters, those who only concern themselves with getting rich, and even a bandit whose band of cronies almost succeeded in robbing a bank. If you had personally caught him red-handed, scoping the place out under a guise may have been an investor. I mean, they might have as well as pulled it off, for pity's sake. We're supposed to be the Maison Gardiennage, even if just to preserve our image. Please consider doing something. The 9th in a series of pleading letters sent to Chevreuse by Captain Grozer Chad by the guards. I'm sorry, these names are going to slaughter me, just like I would let these characters slaughter me. I mean, what? Anyway, Chevreuse, titled Executor of Justice, Special Security and Surveillance Patrol Captain. She's got a pyro vision. I actually don't see it on her, so that means that it's probably on her back. And then the Scoleptum and Frucinium. What are people saying down here? Our first gun user. Keep coping in. Anyway. Yeah, no, I mean, I joked with a friend about, like, oh, they're gonna add guns to the game. Just like, no, they're not. But anyway, yeah, that's Chevreuse. What's it called? Yes, she is part of the Fontainian police force from the Maison Gardiennage. That's interesting. Let's see what she says here. Behave yourself, the patrol will get you. A warning often issued issued to naughty Fontainian children from exasperated parents. What? That's messed up, bro. She's telling the orphans, like, oh, behave yourselves. I know you don't have parents, and like, you know, wife kind of sucks, but don't misbehave. Of course, those children are too young to understand how ridiculous such a thought is. That you might be dragged off to a special security and surveillance patrol for going to bed too late. Oh, okay, never mind. It's normal children. They could not be, though. Eating snacks after brushing your teeth, or getting bad grades. In reality, the only people that the patrol are really after are notorious criminals. As children grow older and come to learn this, these warnings quickly lose their effect. But some members of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol can't help but resent this type of education when they notice children on the street quietly slipping away as they approach. As they see it, painting a picture of the patrol couldn't be more inappropriate. If people are allowed to keep saying such things, the patrol's infamous reputation will loom in the shadow over the children of Fontaine, and who knows how long it will stay there. What's wrong with that? This was the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol Captain, Chevreuse's response as she sat there dealing with the official documents. I hope that I will always remember our infamous reputation and understand the meaning behind it. That way, perhaps, there won't need to become a day where I have to drag them away for real. Damn! She's serious. Yeah, okay, Code. I agree. It's, she takes her job pretty seriously, and it looks like parents make up a thing where it's like, oh, don't do silly things, or you know, you'll get caught by the police. And that's not true. And she says, and she's okay with it, which is that's a little odd. I don't know if I agree with that, Captain, but I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of all That's all that Chevreuse has here. I like her design a lot, and I really, really hope she uses the rifle, dude, because that's awesome. I've really been enjoying. I already Cloran having a gun, and then like the other guy having a gun in the story quest, and then just like in general, like it's such a treat, man. I really like it because they've always teased that, like, you know, like there are blasters and like guns in this game, but they never really put it into full effect. So this is super awesome, and I will actually lose my mind if it was a real thing. But yeah, I think her design reminds me of like Xenoblade 2. I'm blanking on the name. I'm sure someone will scream at me in the comments. But yeah, that is Chevreuse. Now there is one more teaser that isn't 4.3, but is definitely still important to talk about, and that is Furina. Wait a minute. You already saw Furina, and I have to go back to my main my main thing of this. Hold up for a second, okay, y'all. Look at this. So, oh man, you know, she's looking a little different. Like, man, my day be so fine, and then boom, depression. But yes, this is Furina's second drip marketing, and I think a lot of people expected this after they pulled the first stunt with Linny, which by the way I loved. But wow, this is super cool. Excuse me. So here's her initial drip market and kind of the outfit that we all know her in. You know, Vision is missing in the background as usual, for I believe all the Archons. Or was the other way around? I don't know. There was something wrong with her art. No, I know, it was Linny. Linny had a problem with his art. That's what I remember now. But anyway, yeah. So if you take a look at the new art now, boom. She's got all of her dark clothes, which I showcased in the trailer, which is, you know, mostly gameplay related. I am not going to touch on this image too closely, so if you see the thing, you see it. If you don't, wait for the Archon quest, because I'm pretty sure it's like low-key spoilers. But yeah, this is super cool. I love this little transition between her outfits, and I just love seeing the details between them. They look super duper nice. But anyway, yeah, let's get back to it and kind of read. I might skim a little bit because I didn't get to proofread this thing, but what do you call it? Yeah, I want to be careful not to spoil 4.2, so you can just skip this part. But anyway, she could feel joy, sorrow, everything between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and as vulnerable as she wished. As far as I'm concerned, her very imperfections are what make her perfect. Oh my goodness, that's gonna resonate with so many people, because Furina is, you know, and shocker, she's written as a character to be very imperfect, and I think a lot of people you know, enjoy that aspect of her, you know. And it's kind of like, hey, I mean, we'll dip into fandom tour, but you know, she's a bit of a girl failure. So you know, and I think, you know, saying that all I'm concerned, her as far as I'm concerned, her imperfection or make her perfect, I think that resonates, and you know, it kind of gives a lot of validity to how people feel about this character and the arc she will go through in the coming quest. I'm not going to read that section because I already read in a previous video, and I believe there's one more thing. Check. My tabs are not switching. Ain't no way. Nope. Yep, professional YouTuber, real. Let me quickly let's do a quick scan. I want to make sure there's no spoilers in here. Okay, I think it's fine. As the voices of doubt have bubbled up like a torrent, she has been forced to adopt a higher spirited and more unyielding demeanor in her defense. But she must also continue to fulfill her duties at hand, and can't possibly let her weakness be exposed to the rise and fall of her emotions. The advent of impending disaster, long foretold by the ancient prophecy, draws near. Faced with such times, what is a god to do? More than anyone else, she wishes she knew. From an onlooker's perspective, she seems distracted and weary, but she waves off at a simple lack of sleep. As the Regina loved and respected by her people, how could she let such a buzzing naysayers get to her? No matter how chaotic and urgent things get, she can't allow herself to drop the ball now, nor can she let all those years of hard work come to nothing. Beloved by all, the one and only star of the grand opera, the lonely, helpless, or in pain or in sorrow, and even if it means taking all the misery of the world into her shoulders, her will to protect the people of Fontaine, every last one of them, has never yet faltered. Whoo! I didn't like this one then. Well, let's fix that now. Boom. Dang. That's pretty powerful. And I mean, this is sort of the side of Furina that we were sort of waiting for, right? You know, to like really show, like, you know, what it means to be an Archon, and that's sheesh, that was that was heavy. Wow. Oh man, I'm excited now. Oh man, but that's a really emotional piece about how she really about like I mean at least part of her how she really feels, just put on a smile as it goes, but no matter what she's fighting, and it doesn't seem like it at all, and they've done that on purpose for this story. But yeah, that pretty much covers all the drip marketing, well, quote unquote drip marketing I should say, for all of this. Oh my god, called, you didn't see that anyway. Anyway, yeah, there's a little scuff. My recording software did not want to be nice to me today, but yeah, no, that kind of covers all the drip marking. I'll go ahead and flick them open again. There we go. I'm excited for this patch. I am also like so screwed. Like Furina is, I do not have enough primo gems for her. I hope I get lucky, but also I definitely want these two. I am curious to see like what Chevreuse Chevreuse kit is, because she's pyro and pyro with a gun. Navia, I'm a little worried, which I'll talk about in another video, because like she's Geo with a claymore, and there's already 2 Geo claymores, so what in the world might you do? I sure hope it's interesting. And then Furina drip marketing for funsies. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Just a quick analysis. Overall, I'm very excited for these characters, and reading over the passages so you don't have to, and maybe maybe pronouncing some of the names, because oh man, they are a little hard to do. Like Sayu said in the video I was actually watching, it's like, I do not envy anybody who had to do voiceover work for this for this region. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, and I am going to announce that I'm going to be live tonight doing Nouvelette's story quest in preparation for 4.2, which of course I also will be doing live on the day of, but I will announce that at the time of. But anyway, yeah, no, I really want to do Nouvelette's story quest because I think he's pretty quintessential to Fontaine, and I mean, no duh, of course he is. So I am really, and people have given that quest high praise. Like every single thumbnail, all of my friends who played it, they're like, oh my goodness, it's so good, you have to play it. I'm like, okay, I'll play it. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that. But anyway, that's kind of gonna cover it for today, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.